The alleged sadistic sugar daddy, Ryan Hemphill, he did have a hearing today at Manhattan Criminal Court, but it was very, very short, very uneventful. He looked horrible. He walked in, he looked like he had gained weight. His hair was all frizzy. They did uncuff him briefly so he could look over some documents, but bail was not discussed at all. What was discussed was the fact that the defense requested that the prosecution hold off on discovery. They had mentioned the prosecution that discovery was underway. Defense said hold off, and there won't be another hearing until November 5th, and that's when they are going to set a motion schedule. So as a reminder, this guy has been charged with 116 different counts of predatory sexual assault, torture, intimidating witnesses. I mean, it's awful. The prosecution alleged that he kidnapped women, held them hostage in his apartment while he raped them and tortured them with objects that they found there, like cattle prods. And they found videotapes, lots of videotapes, where he documented this alleged assault. And the Manhattan District Attorney's Office had said they believe there are more victims or survivors. So they are still urging people to come forward. And also, the prosecution alleged that this guy, Hemphill, he would get women to trust him and get them to tell him something very traumatic that happened to them sexually. And then once he would gain their trust, he would reenact what happened to them, that trauma that they told him about. Horrible. But I think the craziest thing about today was waiting for the Hemphill hearing and being present for two separate sex trafficking and conspiracy cases where one, the defendant was offered this bail package. He was a Venezuelan migrant. He had only been in the country for 3 years, and he was accused with being part of a sex trafficking operation where he would bring these victims to and from wherever they had to go, and then he would threaten them if they did not comply. He was offered a bail package today. $300,000 bond, an electric monitor referral, and $150,000 cash, and a check-in every 72 hours. And I was floored. And also, his wife was actually already charged with similar counts as well, but she was out on bail already, and she had a hearing as well. And I actually saw her outside of the courtroom, and she had a baby, and I was kind of like going, ugh, to her baby. And now I was like, oh my God, I'm a little embarrassed about that, and I'm kind of horrified. But and then there were two defendants that were accused of participating in a child sex trafficking ring, a totally different case. Their names were Brianna Moreno and Nicholas Charles. They were already out on bail, and they were accused of participating in trafficking a 14-year-old girl, where these two specifically have been accused of taking pictures and putting them online and just trying to get her sold. So yeah, they were already out on bail, and one of the defendants was trying to get permission, or his lawyer was trying to get permission for him to attend night school. I mean, I was just floored. I just think it's really interesting that this type of sex trafficking is terrifying. It involves minors, and they are out on the street, totally out on the street. So I'm going to do a write-up later for Pop Crime TV, so you can get all the details and all the names. And listen, if you are in New York City, these people are walking the streets among you. So that feels pretty great.